I recently made a fish bridge to connect two tanks for my Half Moon Beta. This will allow him to go from one tank to the other. He is going to have a fish mansion. Do you think it'll work? Make sure to keep watching. I like to start with substrate in my tanks because it provides essential nutrients for plant growth. Once we rake it smooth, we can top it off with river stones and fine gravel. This will give the first tank a natural river look. Gravel provides a great home for beneficial bacteria. These are important to break down waste in the tank and provide a safe environment for your beta. Next, let's add some white sand in the corner of the tank to finish off the look. I wanted to contrast the first tank by making the second tank darker. I used fine black sand for the substrate. For the hardscape, I'm using driftwood and dragonstone in the lighter tank. These rocks have been eroded by water and resemble dragon scales. For the dark tank, I use Siri stone to complement the black sand. Make sure when you stack rocks, they're stable. It's time to plant. Java ferns and Anubias are super easy plants for your aquarium. They don't require a lot of light and should be planted gently between the rocks and hardscape. To ensure my aquatic plants don't dry out while I plant, I'm going to spray them down with water periodically. These stem plants are fast growers and will fill out the background to make a nice lush green landscape. Make sure to push the roots all the way down to the substrate layer where they can take in the nutrients. Plants don't just look great, they also assist in lowering nitrates and oxygenating the water for your fish. It's time to fill them up! This is one of my favorite parts of aquascaping. I always use a tube to fill my tanks and make sure the water isn't hitting the sand directly. This makes for a super clear fill. Don't forget, you always need to cycle your tank and add a heater and a filter. It's time to add the bridge. Let's carefully lower it into the two tanks. To get the water flowing through the bridge from one tank to another, I used a tube to siphon the air out. This negative pressure pulls water up from the tank and into the bridge. This creates a vacuum that keeps the water inside. It's finally time to add my Half Moon Beta. He's exploring the lighter tank to start. It took almost no time for him to find the entrance of the bridge and swim into it. He's in the bridge! I can't imagine what he's thinking right now. Betas are very intelligent fish and like to explore their surroundings. They have great spatial awareness. He's found his second home. I left a small gap of air at the top of the bridge for him to breathe. Betas have a labyrinth organ and are able to breathe air directly. This helps them survive in small puddles and low oxygen environments in the wild. He loves exploring his new home. He's retracing his steps back to the other tank. I wonder which one he'll prefer. Thanks for watching.